Good morning. I have two questions today. First time I met you was in October, and I asked you a question about relationships. I said, I want a relationship, and you said, let it go. And then you said, wake up in the morning and stay with that 17 seconds and feel great and everything. And I did that, and so many things changed and had a lot of fun and stuff like that. And I guess my question today is that I go through my day, and let's say a song comes on the radio, and I don't feel bad about it, but it makes me think about having a relationship, and then I go with it without noticing that I'm going with it. And
a lot of momentum in a lot of those songs.
Yeah.
A lot of momentum in a lot of those songs.
So I guess
Esther plays a game where she gets into her car several times a day and backs out of the garage, and XM radio is always on, and whatever song's playing when she backs out, she thinks it has significant meaning to her because it's divine timing after all. She's just not getting in the car because it's time to get in the car. She's waiting for the impulse and going. Sometimes she leaves a half an hour early because the feeling comes to her. Just a little aside here, because we want to talk about this divine timing, because it's part of what's coming next. There's a light in the house that if there's something significant that Esther is thinking about or wondering about, the light will blink, and Esther knows that Jerry's on the case, and then she has a conversation with him. And it's a light that shines down on a wall, and she can see it from nearly every place in the house. The house is U-shaped, so she can see it from her office, she can see it from her living room, she can see it in the bedroom, which is where it is. And so recently, that light stopped blinking so much, hadn't blinked for quite a while. And she has a beautiful kitchen with a stainless steel hood over her stove, and the light on that hood has never worked. As she went to bed one night, she said, all right, Jerry, that light isn't blinking, and I just want you to know I really like the light thing. I really like it. So if it's all the same to you, I really like the light thing. And when she got up in the morning, the light over the kitchen stove was on. Was on. And she couldn't turn it off. The button just is inoperative. So she wants to think that that's Jerry who's turned that light on just for fun because it's just like him. So Esther asks Fidel, the groundsman, to come and see what's up with that switch because it doesn't seem right that she can't turn the light off. When she leaves the house, her house is a fancy house, she pushes a button and all the lights go off at once, except that light won't go off. So Fidel comes over and he dismantles it and takes it all apart and makes the light go off, and Esther says, thank you very much. And now that light isn't on for a little while, and then a few days later, Esther gets up and she notices the light is on again. And again, she cannot turn it off. So now she's on her way somewhere. She gets in her car. She pushes the button in the garage before she gets in the car that turns all the lights out, except that one. And she's laughing to herself, except that one. And when she gets in the car, the song on the radio, a country western song, is singing, try to leave a light on for me, will ya? Those are the words. Those are the words. Now, so many people just want to call these things coincidence. We want you to understand that there is divine timing going on in your experience all day, every day. You just got to create the atmosphere. That's what Esther is saying to her friend the other day. Our work, singularly, it's not our work to find the path. It's not your work to find the relationship. It's not your work to figure it out. It's not your work to fill in the grid. It's your work, your singular work, to prepare a vibrational atmosphere around yourself so that you are the realizer of the impulses that will put you on the path. Not just because the path will lead you to where you want to go, but because the path is so delicious as it is unfolding. In other words, what could be more delicious than to feel that hands-on all day long, source energy, aware of you, knowing who you are and where you are and who you really are and what you really want, and knowing the precise path to get you from where you are to where you want to be at all times. All you got to do is chill and follow the impulses, you see. And those messages come to you in endless ways through songs. Esther will be sitting and writing something, and a hummingbird will come and almost touch her on the nose as if to say, that's the point we were hoping you'd get. Pay attention to what's going on around. Source is using every conceivable, possible messenger to confirm and accentuate things that are important to you. You just got to be aware, you see. And you have to accept. You have to accept that you just have to be one of those weird people.
So just follow the signs?
Follow the signs, yes. But just before that, prepare yourself to be aware of the signs. That really is the work.
Curious if the universe or even Abraham gives signs. For example, I was introduced to The Secret and to Ask and It's Given from my girlfriend, who, by the way, wants to kill me because she always wants to come up here. And when I first heard about it, I was very open-minded, but it seemed a little foreign to me. The idea of channeling and non-physical entities and everything, but I was open-minded. And as I was turning the corner to her place, I saw a car right in front of me, and on the back it said Abraham. And I've never seen a brand Abraham. I've seen Toyota. I mean, it was literally like it said Toyota. So, what's up? Is that me manifesting it, telling myself, or is that some kind of sign from you or the universe? Or
This may be the strangest question that anyone has ever asked us in this sense. Within me was pulsing a question to which I received an answer, and is it really the answer to my question? In other words, am I really powerful enough that when I ask for something, it will be given to me straight away? It's a pretty interesting question, isn't it? The answer to the question is yes, 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 yes. When we talk about this vibrational escrow, we're not kidding you about it. Do you get it that before there is any manifestation, there is a pre-paving of vibration or thought first? And once something has been thought into alignment, then and only then does the manifestation come about. So when you have those sort of interesting signs, what it means is you're on the vibrational wavelength of the answer to your question. And the universe literally is just feeding you a never-ending stream of those kinds of signs, leading you in the direction of the fulfillment of your never-ending stream of expanding ideas of how life would be better for you. When you say, I'm curious about something and I'm wanting to know if there's anything to, I sincerely want to know. You weren't dabbling in it. You weren't pretending. You sincerely wanted to know if there is anything to this Abraham law of attraction crap. And immediately, a car drives right into your experience and shows you And we want to tell you, when you are in that place of allowing, there are at all times in your experience 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or 100 or 1,000 ready to pop right now, synchronistic signs like that, ready right now for your vibrational alignment with them. That's why it is so powerful when you start deliberately reaching. But the universe is always giving you a sign. A sign what? A sign of where you are now. A sign of where you are now. A sign of where you are now in relationship to what? That's the big question. A sign of where you are in any point in time in relationship to what? In relationship to who you really are and who you have become, because that's the only thing that matters. It's not a sign in relationship to where someone else is. It's not a sign in relationship to where you ought to be. It's always signs in relationship to where you are are and who you have become. And yes, they are real.
Well, you talk about emotional indicators, but this is sort of just outside of you, just things happening that kind of...
Nothing's outside of you. Nothing that comes to you is apart from you, because everything that comes to you is a response to the vibration of you. If there's a lovely person speaking with you, it's in response to your vibration. If there's a trickster or a gangster or a robber speaking to you, it's in response to your vibration. Nothing comes into your experience that is not vivid, perfect feedback to your vibration. Everything's an indicator. In other words, you cannot focus on anything without activating in your vibration. So whatever is coming to you is a sign, an indicator of your vibration. And when you know it, that's just the best. When those signs are vivid enough, and this is the thing that you're helping us to say, and we love saying it back to you in this way. When you're offering vibration all over the place and you're not doing any of it on purpose, you're just having knee-jerk responses to life. So you're thinking of that because somebody's talking about it, and you're thinking of that because you saw it, and you're thinking about that. And then life is giving you back things that replicate those vibrations. There's no feeling of control in any of that, or any feeling of deliberateness in any of that. But when you have deliberately been thinking about Abraham or signs, when you've been deliberately thinking about something and the universe shows it to you, and you're able to make the correlation between what you thought and what happened, now you are empowered, you see. So we love it. We watched Esther years ago when she got it, that life is reflected back to her by the way she thinks and feels. So something wonderful would happen and she would crow, I did that. And something not so wonderful would happen and she would say, I did that too. I did that. I did that. And once you acknowledge, I did that, I am the vibrational reason that I am having this experience, now you can love the others because they're just vibrational indicators. And you can make a decision about how the experience feels.